Hello, and thank you for watching part 2 of this video series. In this video, I will be going over step 2 of how to set up your frame gallery, the Add Frames page. Before we begin, make sure you have watched part 1 of this series, where we showed you how to log into your gallery and complete step 1, the settings page. Let's begin step 2, adding frames. On the Add Frames page, you will have two options for how to manage your gallery's inventory. On the left is the option to add individual frames by frame search, which we will look at first. This option is most similar to browsing frames on our website or in a practice management software and allows you to manually pick each frame that you want to display. The benefit of doing it this way is it gives you the most precise control over which frames you want to add to your gallery. The downside is it requires more work because you do have to come in and pick each frame one by one. You have two options for how to search for the frames that you want to add. On the left, you can use the drop-downs to browse by manufacturer, brand, and collection, and you'll be able to see the frames that meet the selections that you chose. Alternatively, on the right, you can use the radio buttons and search box to perform a text search by style name, collection name, brand name, manufacturer name, and UPC code. The area below will then show all of the frames that have met your criteria, and you can click the checkboxes to add those frames to your gallery. There is also an option on the top left to add all of the frames that met your criteria to the gallery all at once. Note that this page only shows frames that have not yet been added to your gallery, so if a frame is in Frames data but is missing from these results, you likely added it to your gallery during a previous session. On the right, you can see a list of every frame that has been added during this session, and you can click the red X next to each to remove them. Then lastly, and very importantly, always remember to click Save Changes on any page you are on, or your changes will not be saved. Going back to the Add Frames page, the other option on the right is to instead add frames by brand and collection using Auto Brand Update. Let's take a look at this option. When using this method, instead of adding frames individually, you will choose which entire brands and collections you wish to add to your gallery. The benefit of doing it this way is that we will sync these selections against our database every Saturday, so that your gallery always stays up to date without any additional work on your end. So while this option may result in a less precise inventory, as you display some frames that you don't carry, but could purchase if requested, it also requires significantly less maintenance by your personnel to keep it up to date. To make your selections, click the plus next to each manufacturer to expand their section, and then click the checkboxes next to each brand and collection that you want to display. Rows that you select will turn orange, and manufacturer names will be highlighted in blue to make it easier to see what you have added. To remove a brand, simply come back and uncheck the box next to their name. Note that the number in parentheses next to each selection indicates the number of frames with imagery versus the total number of frames in our database. Frames without images will not be added to your gallery until that imagery is available. Always remember to click Save Changes on any page you are on, or your changes will not be saved. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for part 3 of this video, which will cover steps 3, 4, and 5 of setting up your frame gallery, review/edit, brand order, and lastly, publishing your gallery.